The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost is a very interesting poem. It resonates with me at various levels, and it's a timeless poem. It talks about the decisions that we have to make in life, and sometimes when the path presents itself forward, as you're journeying through life, there may be two paths that seem similar. And this poem so beautifully talks about that one point where we have to take that decision, where we have to pause. And, we're looking at these paths ahead. We can see a little bit of each. And, the logical mind kicks in and we want to make a choice. We want to make a smart choice. However, the poet himself so beautifully writes it's how difficult it is. Like he looks at one path and looks at the other, and then he thinks that the other one actually is a little more grassy. Hence, that means that many people wouldn't have walked that path. So he's considering that. And then he backtracks a bit and then he says, no, on the other hand, even the other path, has a bit of grass. So it needn't be that. So it's the tug of war in some sense between the head and the heart, because maybe deep down, if intuitively he chose a path, it would lead him somewhere. But here he's pausing, he's trying to deliberate over which path to take. And, the title itself, The Road Not Taken. Many times in life, we talk about the decisions or the choices we made. But the road not taken somehow talks about what's missing, what we may have missed out on. So it's about an absence of something. You didn't take that path. And two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Yellow is it depicts the change of season. And I think as we live in this lifetime, we ourselves go through multiple transformations. And you could say that it sort of is similar to multiple seasons of life. So as you're transforming, as you're evolving in life and, on the journey, the yellow wood is depictive of change. So especially when you're going through somehow a metamorphosis, there may be paths that come ahead, and you have to choose one path over the other. And it is a very, very difficult choice. So that's what's interesting about the poem, and I think it resonates with me a lot. And um, towards the end of the poem, he says that he took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. So finally, after all this deliberation, after going back and forth, after trying to evaluate, he feels that eventually the one path that he did take, the choice that he did make, has made all the difference. So it is also obvious here that he's talking in hindsight, after having taken the decision, after having walking the path and leading somewhere in life. He's looking back, he's reminiscing the choices he made. So it's a beautiful poem. It's very, very well written. And and also the fact that sometimes, just to sort of feel better, we choose one path and we say that we'll come back maybe to the second path another day. Yet, knowing how way leads on to way, which means that how life goes on. You've chosen a path, and now there's no way you can really go back. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and I'm very happy to have read this poem today. Thank you.